Chapter 7. Some years later, when Artaxerxes was king of Persia, a man named Ezra went from Babylon to Jerusalem. He was a descendant of Aaron, the high priest. Ezra was the son of Sariah, grandson of Azariah, and great-grandson of Hilkiah. His other ancestors were Shalom, Zadok, Ahitub, Amoriah, Azariah, Arath, Zerahiah, Utzi, Bukiah, Bishua, Phinehas, and Eleazar, who was the son of Aaron, the high priest. Ezra was a teacher of the law and thoroughly knowledgeable in the law of Moses, which had been given by the Lord, the God of Israel. He went to speak with King Artaxerxes, and the king granted him everything he requested, for the Lord was blessing Ezra. So Ezra went from Babylon to Jerusalem with a group of Israelites, including priests, Levites, musicians, guards, and temple servants. This was in the 7th year of the reign of Artaxerxes. They left Babylon on the first day of the first month and, with God's help, arrived in Jerusalem on the first day of the 5th month. Ezra had dedicated his life to studying and practicing the law of the Lord and teaching all his commandments to the people of Israel. This is a copy of the letter that King Artaxerxes gave to Ezra, the priest, the teacher of the law, who knew all the laws and commandments that the Lord had given to Israel. This letter from Artaxerxes, the king of kings, is addressed to Ezra, the priest, the teacher of the law of the God of heaven. Greetings. I order that from all my kingdom, all the Israelites who wish to go with you to Jerusalem, people, priests, and Levites may do so. I, the king, along with my 7 counselors, command you to go to Jerusalem and provide assistance to ensure that the law of your God, which has been entrusted to you, is being faithfully obeyed. Bring the offerings of gold and silver that my counselors and I desire to give to the God of Israel, whose temple is in Jerusalem. Also bring all the silver and gold you have collected in the province of Babylon, and the offerings that the Israelite people and their priests have given for the temple of your God in Jerusalem. Use this money carefully, purchasing bulls, rams, sheep, grain, and wine to offer on the altar of the temple in Jerusalem. With the remaining gold and silver, purchase anything you and your companions desire according to the will of your God, the items given to you for use in the temple services are to be dedicated to God in Jerusalem. Any other needs of the temple will be paid for from the king's treasury. I, King Artaxerxes, order all treasurers in the province west of the Euphrates to immediately provide to Ezra, the priest, the teacher of the law of the God of heaven, whatever he requests. All commands that the God of heaven gives concerning his temple must be carefully fulfilled, so that I can be certain he will never be angry with me or my descendants who reign after me. You are forbidden to impose any taxes on the priests, Levites, musicians, guards, temple servants, or anyone connected to this temple. And you, Ezra, using the wisdom God has given you, appoint administrators and judges to govern all the people of the province west of the Euphrates, those who know the laws of your God and teach those who do not know them. Whoever disobeys the laws of your God or the laws of the kingdom will be punished immediately by death, exile, imprisonment, or confiscation of property, Ezra said. Praise the Lord, the God of our ancestors, who put it into the king's heart to honor the temple of the Lord in Jerusalem in this way. Knowing that the Lord was with me, I gained courage and won the goodwill of the king, his counselors, and all his powerful officials. Thus the Lord my God encouraged me, and I succeeded in convincing many leaders of the family groups of Israel to return with me to our land. Chapter 8. This is the list of the heads of family groups who were in Babylon and returned with Ezra to Jerusalem when Artaxerxes was king. Gershon, from the family of Phinehas. Daniel, from the family of Ithamar. Hattush, son of Shechaniah, from the family of David. Zechariah, from the family of Parash, with 150 men from his family group, whose genealogy was recorded. Eliani, son of Zerahiah, from the family of Pahath-Moab, with 200 men. Shechaniah, son of Jahaziel, from the family of Zattu, with 300 men.
Apt,
son of Jonathan, from the family of Adon, with 50 men.
Acha,
son of Athaliah, from the family of Elam, with 70 men. Zebediah, son of Michael, from the family of Shephadiah, with 80 men. Obadiah, son of Jehiel, from the family of Joab, with 218 men. Shelemith, son of Josephiah, from the family of Bani, with 160 men. Zechariah, son of Babai, from the family of Babai, with 28 men. Johanan, son of Hakatan, from the family of Azgad, with 110 men. Eliphale, Jeiel, and Shemaiah, from the family of Adonikam, with 60 men. These were the last to arrive. Athai and Zabud, from the family of Bigvai, with 70 men. I, Ezra, gathered all these people by the river that runs to Ahava, and we camped there for 3 days. When I reviewed the people and the priests, I found that no Levites were among them. So I summoned 9 leaders: Eleazar, Ariel, Shemaiah, Elnathan, Jereb, Elnathan, Nathan, Zechariah, and Meshullam, and also 2 teachers, Joiarib and Elnathan. I sent them to speak to Iddo, the leader at the place called Kosiphia. Snada asked him and his fellow temple servants to send us servants for the house of God. And because the hand of God was with us, they sent us a capable man named Sherebiah, a Levite from the family of Mali, with 18 sons and brothers. Also Hashabiah and Jeshiah, from the family of Merari, with their relatives 20 men. And 220 temple servants, the descendants of those appointed by King David and his officials to assist the Levites. They were all listed by name. Then, there by the river Ahava, I proclaimed a fast so that we might humble ourselves before God and ask Him to guide us on our journey and protect us, our children, and all our possessions. I had told the king that our God protects all who trust in Him, but that His power and anger are against all who abandon Him. So I was ashamed to ask the king for soldiers and horsemen to protect us from enemies along the way. So we fasted and prayed, asking God to protect us, and He answered our prayer. I chose the leaders of the priests, Sherebiah, Hashabiah, and 10 others, and weighed out to them the silver, gold, and sacred items that the king, his advisors, his officials, and the people of Israel had offered for the temple. I gave them 22,000 kilograms of silver, 100 silver objects weighing 70 kilograms, 3,500 kilograms of gold, 20 gold bowls weighing 8.5 kilograms, and 2 bronze objects of fine workmanship, as precious as gold. I said to them, "You are holy to the Lord, and the articles are holy also. Guard them carefully until you weigh them out in the temple chambers in Jerusalem before the chief priests, Levites, and leaders of Israel." So the priests and Levites received the silver, gold, and sacred objects to take them to the temple. On the 12th day of the first month, we left the Ahava River to go to Jerusalem. The hand of our God was with us, protecting us from enemies and bandits. When we arrived in Jerusalem, we rested for 3 days. On the 4th day, we went to the temple and weighed the silver, gold, and sacred items, and handed them over to Meremoth, son of Uriah, the priest. With him were Eleazar, son of Phinehas, and the Levites, Josabad, son of Jeshua, and Nodiah, son of Binnui. Everything was counted and weighed, and the record was written down. Then the exiles who had returned from captivity offered sacrifices to the God of Israel, 12 bulls for all Israel, 96 rams, 77 lambs, and 12 male goats as a sin offering. All these animals were offered as burnt offerings to the Lord. Then they delivered the king's orders to the royal officials and governors west of the Euphrates River. They gave support to the people and to the temple of God.